Hello, my name is Mr. Bryce with Susquehanna Valley High School, and we're going to go over homework. This is Module 2, page 7. You had a little bit of a problem with number 3. So based on the graph for the function y equals g of x shown below, answer the following questions. Evaluate the function g at -2. So here's the y-axis where it's 0, -1, -2. I go all the way down here and see where that is. It crosses at -1, -2, -3. So g of -2 is -3. We just look for the y value. What's the function g evaluated at 0? There's 0 right there. I go down 1, 2, 3 where it crosses again. So that's g of 0 also equals -3. A coincidence. What's the function evaluated at +3? 0, 1, 2, 3. So +3, I go up 1, I go up 2, I go up 3, I go up 4, and I'm on the function. So that's 4. G of 7 is -1. The function evaluated at 7 is -1. What values of x solve the equation for the function equaling 0? So that means the answer equals 0. The answer equals 0. There's the answer equaling 0 right there. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4 answers. So g of x equaling 0 is for all values x such that x equals, and then we have -3, +1, +5, and +7. Or you could have just put them in the list in the braces. Graph the horizontal line y equals 2. 1, 2. Y equals 2. And label it. I did. How many values solve for the equation the function evaluated at x equals 2? How many of them? Notice that one is a decimal, so we have 1, we have 2 of them, we have 3 of them, we have 4. Turn the page. Ian invested $2,500, 4% interest. It gives you the equation. If you remember, it's 1 plus or minus the rate of change raised to an exponent and the starting amount. Evaluate a of 0. So there's a really easy way to evaluate it as 0. You just know what it is because it's the y-intercept. However, let's do this on the calculator. Y equals 2,500. Then a parenthesis, 1.04, close parenthesis, exponent x. Here we go. And then I can hit table, and 0 is 2,500. The reason why I hit table is because the other one actually just drags it right on. There it is. Because I also want the 10. Remember, we're talking about money. So it's $2,500 is a of 0. A of 10 is 3,700. And not 0.6. We're talking about money. There we go. $3,700, 60 cents. Using the tables on your calculator, determine the nearest whole year, the value that solves the equation for $5,000. So I went to the table, and this one is off by $131, $130.20. That one's off by $64.50. So the answer is 18. I justified the answer with numerical evidence. I just did so verbally, and I just wrote it down mathematically. What does the value of t you found in part B represented by Ian's? So I just showed that I didn't answer part B. A of 0 is the initial deposit. A of 10 is after 10 years. What does the value of T that you found in part B represent about Ian's investment? It represents time. T represents time. Ball shot from an air cannon at an angle of 45 degrees with the horizon. It travels along the path given by that equation, where h represents the ball's height, d represents the distance the ball travels horizontally. Go from 0 to 50. Okay, count the scale. So I wrote down the scale. I counted by threes because counting by twos, there weren't 25 blocks there, and it says go from 0 to 50. Next thing I do is I start typing in the equation. Some people were confused. They couldn't find the d key. Well, any variable is an x. So d squared is the same as x squared, and x squared is the same as d squared. So there we go. Now to get out the exponent, just hit right arrow. Now that I've finished typing the equation, I can hit second and then table set. And I can tell it that I want to start at 0, and then I want to count by threes. And then it'll give me the table that I want. That only went up to 30. So I just scrolled down on the table and copied that down too. Now I take a look at the table and I notice that the highest one is 12.48, 12.5. So I'm going to count the vertical scale. And it only goes up to 12, so I just added one more line onto it. Now I'm going to plot the point. As I was plotting these, I noticed that they didn't match up, but 0 matched with 0. The reason being is because we're counting by threes. So the middle is going to be 25, and we didn't plot number 25, but here we go. Carefully connect them because this is a steady object. It's not a step function. And I am going to check 25 by telling the table to start at 25. And then table, 25 is 12.5. And the reason why I wanted to check that is because it says, what is the maximum height of the ball reaches? It is 12.5. At what value of D does it reach that height? And then D equals 25. How did I know that? That was the middle of it, and it looked like there was a parabola. It was a parabola. Okay, and so the height is going to be the middle. If you have any questions, make sure you ask me in class. That's the end of tonight's homework review. Have a great day.